Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio November 18, 2022. There is wonderfully smooth energy for your ideas, thoughts, and creative process today, with Mercury and Jupiter in harmony and in a friendly relationship with your sign. It's a time to express yourself creatively and perhaps see the bigger picture regarding a relationship, venture, or pursuit. You might make decisions about higher learning, travel, and long-term goals, or make plans to do more, learn more, or experience more. Minds are open, and making changes feels natural. You certainly recognize a need for more creative and expressive outlets these days, and today, you are steering in the right direction. Today also brings Venus into your solar 6th house for a stay until December 9th. In the weeks ahead, you might get the chance to balance out and enjoy your daily routines. It's a solid time to bring harmony to your everyday life or working environment. Social opportunities can emerge through your work, daily routines, or pursuit of health goals. The weeks ahead can be rewarding for taking more pleasure in organizing, list making, domestic activities, paying attention to food and nutrition, helping, being of service, and working. Relationships benefit from attention to detail and the practical side of things. A bright, big, beautiful day awaits you. Today will fill your mind with the magic of love. As mighty Jupiter, the planet of expansion and miracles, feels his ego soar today, he'll smile over to mental Mercury in your solar 5th house of romance, true love, passion, and fun. This brings a light-hearted atmosphere to your day, as well as lively conversations and interactions about your heart's desires. If single, be sure to reach out to someone who ignites your curiosity. You may find yourselves rolling on the floor with laughter, starting a friendship or relationship before you even realized it. A bright, big, beautiful day awaits you. Today will fill your mind with snap out of it. Today's transits encourage you to feel uplifted and happy. As the last quarter moon in Leo warmly glows, you are advised to feel confident about your money-making opportunities and values. Feel self-assured with what you stand by. Shortly after, you might feel notably optimistic about your workplace when Venus enters bold Sagittarius. Expressive and dynamic, Venus in Sagittarius brings back some good-natured fun into your workplace dynamics. However, you may still need to be mindful of your professional boundaries while having fun with your coworkers. Just as Venus, the planet of money, is settling into her first full day in your work sector and of her mission to fuel your job confidence, attract opportunities, and steer things in a lucrative direction, the moon wraps up its monthly visit to your income sector. This has been the moon's most well-timed visit of the year, leaving you with a smart head for money just as new doors are opening on the job front and as Venus knows how to guide this in a lucrative direction. Sometimes there just isn't enough room to express yourself in full, and that's a bummer. Today could be one of those days where you are ready to shine, but no one gives you the stage. Try to pay attention to yourself when no one else seems to be doing a very good job of it. Do you have any health concerns that you've been ignoring? Consider treating yourself to a visit to a massage therapist. You may find you're more distracted from work than usual. Furthermore, if there is anything in this environment that has created any sort of moral conflict for you, expect it to dominate everything you try to do. The deeper things that matter most to you are going to speak to you in even the toughest of situations. Listen to them, as it's your moral code that allows you to look at yourself in the mirror every morning. As much as a friendly aspect between Mercury, in his final hours in a playful and creative part of your chart, and Jupiter, just as he moves into his final week in retrograde motion in an adventurous part of your chart, has the focus on the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life's fence, it also signals a professional shift. As Mercury leaves, it will be to join Venus in your work sector, while Jupiter's direct turn next week will see him return to your career sector less than 4 weeks later. This is a call to find a balance between work and play while you can. A day after Venus left your romantic sector, Mercury leaves today, leaving only the Sun, who will keep the solar spotlight on matters of the heart and all things romantic for another 5 days. While the planetary activity on the romantic front is coming to an end, this is giving you something that, if nurtured, will continue to grow. Our eyes in the sky. Today's transits have a great deal to do with the moon's energy, and the way it flows through the day is like an emotional blessing. Starting around sunrise, we move away from impatience and into a more empathetic disposition. Today, we can understand things from another person's perspective in a clear light, blessing us with the necessary comprehension and patience. You can carry the compassionate vibe from the morning and add to it the creative problem-solving skills you need to find solutions to any issues. When Mercury aspects Pluto on November 15th, you're thinking about the commitments people have to you and the commitments you've made to them. Remember, you're allowed to update the terms and conditions of your partnership whenever you believe it's time. This is a great day for sitting down and conversing with your significant other. The sextiles could provoke transformation when you are ready to explore a new adventure or path with your partnerships and arrangements. Be open to what the other party wants to explore, as you cannot control every outcome. Since the Sun in Scorpio will also trine Neptune retrograde in Pisces. A day after Venus left your relationship sector, Mercury leaves today, though as the planet of communication, not before doing what he can to ensure the communication lines are open. With Venus and Mercury gone, this just leaves the Sun, who will keep the solar spotlight on your relationships for another 5 days. Meanwhile, the Moon's return to your romantic sector today will give the spirit of romance a boost. Patience and sensitivity are accentuated in the late afternoon. If you manage to not let the intensity of your emotions get to you in the latter part of the day, you can form an unbreakable bond with the people you keep close to. Show them your willingness to get in tune with them. In the morning, the last quarter moon in Leo invites us to reflect on events that transpired during the November 8th Taurus full moon lunar eclipse. Predictably, we are still in it. Though certain cosmic writing may be on the wall, the dust has not yet settled, and there is little closure to be found at this moment. The Leo moon sees us desperately seeking validation as we navigate a scorpionic pressure cooker. The fact that we are unlikely to receive the support and praise we desire forces us to lean into our creative faculties for stability. Remember, the eclipse medicine we have been provided is the ability to cut ties with projections, conditions, or relationships where we are locked in uphill battles, doing things the hard way. The time is right to assess what those factors are for you. Where are you still pushing for absolution instead of cutting the cords keeping you in self-defeating predicaments? While the moon will leave your romantic sector today, just having it here as Venus return to an adventurous part of your chart will have ongoing implications. At the same time that romantically charged lunar vibes run their course, the planet of love's new mission to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together is off to the best possible start. Following this, Mercury in Scorpio trines Jupiter in Pisces, helping us to adopt a positive attitude despite circumstantial turbulence. We are able to get the universe's joke and laugh at ourselves instead of being self-critical. This influence balances dark humor with levity. Perceiving the bigger picture allows us to not feel so stuck, and to think up new ways to face our concerns with grace. The first step is forgiving ourselves. The second is forgiving others.